Certified as Central Iowa's most accurate forecast 8 years in a row. This is your ABC5 forecast first.
Well, hi, everyone. We are keeping our cool out there. High pressure coming in again tonight, keeping skies clear. Temperatures on the cool side. It's more Canadian air in July. It's unbelievable how nice the weather has been. And look at these temperatures in the 60s already in Mason City, 70 in Ames, 72 in Ottumwa. Everybody's going into the 60s, a few areas even in the 50s tomorrow morning. I think we'll be at 63, a nice start. The clouds move in and some thunderstorms could be moving in tomorrow night. I'll have more on that coming up.
Also coming up on ABC5 News at 10, a newspaper editor fired over comments on his personal blog. He claims to be the victim of discrimination. Plus, we get a look at some amazing dash cam video from a chase through Polk County, why the driver won't be facing any charges despite several close calls. And the reality show Cops is going after Metro bad boys, but is this the wrong kind of publicity for Des Moines?
Live from West Des Moines, this is ABC5 News at 10 in high definition.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning into ABC5 News at 10. I'm Stephanie Engelson. An Iowa newspaper editor was fired after posting his religious views on his personal blog, and today he's doing something about it. Samantha Jo Roth is here with the details. It is tonight's top story.
Stephanie, attorneys for the former Newton News editor have filed a federal complaint today, claiming he was a victim of religious discrimination.
To be fired for basically on my own time expressing my personal and deeply held religious views, it's shocking.
Former Newton Daily News editor Bob Eschliman and his attorneys are taking action against his former employer, Shaw Media. Today, they filed a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission following his termination in May, after he expressed a controversial opinion on his personal blog. Eschliman says he didn't have a contract and didn't violate any personal policies. He does say he identified himself as an editor with the newspaper directly on the blog.
It wasn't for a publication. It was for a personal blog that maybe 30 people a day were looking at, mainly family and friends.
In a post that was later taken down, Eschliman wrote, quote, "I'd like to talk a little bit about the deceivers among us, most notably the LGBTQ XYZ crowd and the Gestapo effort to reword the Bible to make their sinful nature right with God," end quote.
His employer targeted him simply because they refused to tolerate his religious beliefs. Well, in this day and age welcoming workforce, I can't believe that type of tolerance could ever be allowed.
After Eschliman was let go, the Newton newspaper published an editorial. Shaw Media president John Rung wrote, quote, "Mr. Eschliman expressed an opinion on his personal blog that in no way reflects the opinion of the Newton Daily News or Shaw Media. While Mr. Eschliman is entitled to his own opinion, his public airing of it compromised the reputation of this newspaper and his ability to lead it," end quote. Matthew Whittaker, a partner of a Des Moines law firm, says Eschliman's statements cannot be considered hate speech.
We need more speech, not less speech. And the only way that ideas are communicated in the basic foundation of our country, the way it was set up, is that folks like Bob can speak out as to what they believe.
Eschliman and his attorneys will wait for a decision from the EEOC, and that could take months or even up to a year. If an outcome is not favorable, they will pursue a lawsuit in federal court. Reporting live in the studio, Samantha Jo Roth, ABC5 News.
All right, thank you, Samantha Jo. Well, a man who led police on a chase in 2 counties won't be facing any charges. Check out this dash cam video from the Polk County Sheriff's Office. On Sunday, a speeding car drove recklessly past red lights and directly into oncoming traffic. Police chased the car for more than 5 miles and were able to stop the car after 5 minutes. The driver of the vehicle has been identified as 24-year-old Stephen Schulte. He suffers from a medical condition and will not be facing any charges.
This person was not completely coherent, so was able to make snap decisions, however really wasn't able to formulate a thought process such as stopping for a red light.
The driver was taken to a local hospital for minor injuries and was released the same day. Well, the show Cops has been filming in Des Moines police officers patrolling the city for the last few weeks for its upcoming season. The show previously rode along with Des Moines officers in 2001, 2003, and again in 2011, which resulted in some positive publicity for both the city and its police department. But some people don't think it's a good portrayal of Des Moines because of the focus on arresting minorities.
The focus is on the African American Latino community, and I think that there's a misrepresentation.
We feel we have a professional organization with professional officers and this will help illustrate what we believe is a good organization.
Well, the show hasn't said when the segments will air, but filming will continue through the fall. Palestinians in Gaza say the rocket fire from Israel is continuing, inflicting heavy casualties, including civilians. Secretary of State John Kerry continued his push for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, meeting with key leaders in the region. Today, Red Cross officials came under fire as they tried to evacuate casualties in eastern Gaza City. They had permission from the Israeli Defense Force. Well, a group of Iowans gathered today asking for an immediate ceasefire and an end to the violence in Gaza. They took turns saying the names of the people killed in Gaza. Over 500 names will be said today.
When the tragic 3 Israeli teenagers were killed, their names, their photos were all over the world, everywhere. Yet the Palestinian deaths remain nameless, faceless. We know nothing. They're just a number. This will just continue, and that it's not like it's life back to normal. We have to end the siege on Gaza. There has to be equality, and we have to end the occupation.
Their protest will continue tomorrow evening, where they will ask Iowa senators to stop funding what they call Israel's war on Gaza. A group of Israeli teens visited Des Moines today. They're a song and dance troupe affiliated with the Israel Scouts organization. They're in the middle of a North American tour. The members of the caravan are hoping to share a message of hope and peace, especially in a time that is so troubling for their home country right now.
I can tell you that the life in Israel are a bit different now. Most of our families, the caravan families, are in bomb shelters in Israel.
Are one of a group of 4 touring North America and spent a year training. Well, meteorologist Brad Edwards is in now with a look at our forecast. In fact, it's just a perfect night for your backyard barbecue.
It was awesome out there, and it's going to stay nice through tomorrow. But we do have rain in the forecast, which is not a bad thing. We could use a little rain. That's coming up next.
Coming up on ABC 5 News at 10, RAGBRAI riders make the short journey from Forest City to Mason City. Find out why an Iowa community wants their residents to buy all their toilet paper in town. And inmates at an Iowa prison learn a skill that could help them land a job once they're released. These stories and more when ABC 5 News at 10 continues.
ABC 5 Weather, the proven weather accuracy leaders 8 years in a row. Certified as most accurate by WeatherRate, the independent weather research experts.
Well, welcome back, everyone. According to the Almanac, today was an average day, but I'll tell you what, the humidity was definitely below average out there. We only had some low 80s up here in northern Iowa, even 79 in Boone, just a perfect July day out there. We got a little warmer as expected because we have a little bit of city heat going on here in Des Moines, but most areas in the low 80s out there, very comfortable. Tomorrow, not much different. Well, the RAGBRAI forecast for tomorrow is looking good. It'll start off with some sunshine in Mason City for the riders, 58 degrees, 75 degrees at Waverly. The clouds move in. There'll be a chance of rain tomorrow night, so keep that in mind. And if you got some riders out there and you got pictures of them, go ahead and send them to me. I'd like to see those pictures of the RAGBRAI riders. You can also share it on our website, weareiowa.com. Let's talk about what's going on outside right now on the Skycam. On Orton Home Skycam, we have 74 degrees, mostly clear skies. The temperature is going to be continuing to fall with that dew point at 57, so the air is fairly dry out there. It's going to be a comfortable night. Looking at the temperatures in the rest of the state, it's already down to 63 degrees in Mason City. Kind of a cool night for the riders there. 65 in Ames right now, 66 here in Ottumwa. Definitely warmer out west. The winds are picking up. The humidity is getting higher out in western Iowa, so they're going to have temperatures a little bit warmer there to start the day. Mostly 50s and 60s, though. Another comfortable start. Then highs tomorrow, well, it's going to be in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees here, so it's not going to be very hot at all. We do get a little bit warmer, though, going into Friday, 89 or 88, and those 90s will be poking into southwest Iowa on Friday. And it kind of depends on the clouds and the rain as we go into the forecast. But tonight we got high pressure settling in over the area, so it's a pretty quiet map out there. We do have some weather disturbances out to the west. They're basically waves of energy following the jet stream winds, and those will be coming in over the next couple of days, giving us some rain chances. So here's the way it breaks down. That high pressure kind of sliding off to the east here. The clouds will come in tomorrow with a chance of showers and thunderstorms here, and you can see it's mostly over northern Iowa. 5 p.m. might be a little bit early, but there'll definitely be a chance of rain there in the afternoon and evening. And then overnight, as we go into Friday morning, that chance of thunderstorms will be here, especially eastern half of the state has the best chance. This trough of low pressure goes through and things will be a little quieter. until the cold front comes in on Sunday, and that's going to actually clear out that humidity again. We're going to see some nicer weather going past that point, so it looks like some pretty good weather. Rainfall amounts, well, again, eastern Iowa's probably going to get the most of it. Western Iowa may not get much at all, but we could get 1/3 of an inch to a couple of tenths here, and then eastern Iowa could get certainly up to an inch in some areas of eastern Iowa. Well, for tonight, it's going to be mostly clear, cool and quiet, low near 63 degrees. The winds will be very light out there tonight. They'll start to pick up a little bit tomorrow. The high of 81 degrees. We'll call it partly sunny, although I think it's going to get cloudier as the day goes on. Chance of thunderstorms late, especially in northern Iowa, later in the afternoon and evening. The chance is probably the highest Friday morning, and probably early in the morning is our best chance for rain there. And I threw this in, a late chance Saturday evening. There'll be a few isolated storms possible, especially across southern Iowa, maybe the metro, though, included with that chance on Saturday. Sunday looks nice. Next week, look at this, more nice weather. Temperatures cooling back off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And we go into next week and just nothing to complain about. We're keeping those 90s away for the most part. If we do hit 90 in this forecast, it'll either happen Friday or Saturday. But right now, I'm hoping to keep them out of here. And not too many people are fond of 90s. Everybody's pretty happy with 80s.
Yeah, still warm, still feels like summer, but
that's right.
A little bit milder. Yeah. All right, thanks, Brad. Well, in an effort to boost the local economy, community leaders in Eldridge, Iowa have launched a new campaign called Shop, Stay, and Wipe Local. The word wipe in the slogan refers to the one product that community leaders are encouraging everyone to buy locally, toilet paper. A member of the Shop Local Committee for the Eldridge North Scott Chamber of Commerce said toilet paper could bring in big money for the North Scott area. She said the average person uses 105 rolls of toilet paper a year, so buying toilet paper locally would bring $677,000 back into the community. Well, after all of that biking, RAGBRAI riders need to reload with some serious calories. A stand from right here in Des Moines helps them do just that. ABC5's Addie Olson has the story.
RAGBRAI riders bike across Iowa for 7 days straight. It's a true test of physical fitness. But for food stands along the route, butts and buns don't need an entire week to take shape.
21 hours, low and slow.
Ron Cliff's barbecue joint out of Des Moines started on a whim and as a welding project.
To justify paying for it, we decided to hit RAGBRAI a couple times, and that's my goal, is to pay for the old smoker.
He built a smoker, and Butts and Buns was born and brought to thousands of bikers.
They're healthy individuals, but they like barbecue, don't you?
Sure I do.
Everybody does, sure.
But among all of RAGBRAI's grilled, breaded, smoked, and sizzling options, why should one pick Butts and Buns above all else?
Good-looking women. I mean, look at that, my lovely wife over here, you know? She's right up on the front line. So.
We're just the only one that'll help them. That's pretty much it.
Ron's staff seems to have different ideas of why you should park the bike for barbecue.
Because they can smell it a mile away. That's right. And the personality, and you know, it's just fun.
After all that pedaling, the cooks hope they can tempt you into treating yourself.
Sure.
And all of those calories, well deserved.
I mean, they're burning a lot of energy just to get here, so we're here to feed them.
Thank you.
Sure. From Mason City, Addie Olson, ABC5 News.
Well, keeping prisoners from coming back. Still to come on ABC5 News at 10, a program that helps inmates see life a little more clearly while passing that gift along.
Here are tonight's winning Powerball numbers, courtesy of ABC5. You're watching ABC5 News at 10.
Well, the number of offenders returning to Iowa correctional facilities is on the decline. State research shows that's due to a decrease in chronic mental illnesses and an aging prison population. But officials say it's also because of the strength of prison industry work programs, jobs on the inside that create products that serve Iowans. In a special report, ABC5's Nikki Davidson goes behind bars for a look at a program that might surprise you.
With every punch, every page, there's a message, a thought that isn't meant for eyes, letters, words, sentences made to be felt in Braille. It all comes together here by several dedicated transcribers who work as a team and know that even one mistake can change everything.
It's kind of like a secret code.
It doesn't take long to notice this isn't your ordinary office.
When you're in a shop, it typically doesn't look like you're in a prison.
State Penitentiary is a medium to maximum security correctional institution that houses over 1,000 inmates.
They've hurt somebody somewhere along the line, and this program gives them the ability to give back to society.
Here in the Braille shop, they work the line. Literally, their next to numbers painted on the floor used to keep tabs on offender attendance. But prison officials say here, work is different.
It's the most coveted job within the prison facility. Work is a privilege.
It's part of Prison Industries, a program funded solely on the revenue from the Braille products they produce. Only well-behaved offenders are able to apply, and success requires extensive training, even certification by the Library of Congress. And the end results of all of the hard work prints out here inside the prison. Hundreds of pages every day. But money-making isn't the real goal. It's change, rehabilitation.
Less victims is the goal. Part of that is giving them work skills, work opportunities, so they don't commit other crimes.
The Iowa Department of Corrections asked we keep this inmate's identity private.
And then we just translate it to Braille.
He's a 10-year veteran of the Braille program, but he's not thinking of a future on the outside.
I don't know if I'll ever get out, so this is the only thing that I have.
Serving a life sentence, this offender says it's something else that keeps him motivated to work hard here.
Some of our projects that we get have the actual person's name on it. So when you see that, you have like a personal responsibility to do a good job.
So with each letter, each number, he works to transcribe text, pictures, even math for those with visual disabilities.
It's actually therapeutic because it keeps your mind occupied.
And sometimes, he says, he can feel their struggle. He sees similarities.
To me, it's sad because, you know, they're blind and they're missing out on so much. Most people probably just ignore them and just pass them on by and don't want to have anything to do with them. Me, I can see how difficult it is for them.
So he plans to do just this, accurately transcribe Braille forever.
If I can do something small like this to help them out, I'd enjoy doing that.
Officials say allowing even lifetime offenders to participate in a program like this just makes sense.
Sitting in a cell all day is not a rehabilitative way to treat an offender. We want to give them the opportunity in some form to give back to society.
And for lifetime offenders like this, it's a last chance to make a change, a positive difference in the life of someone else. In Anamosa, Nikki Davidson, ABC 5 News.
And while behind bars, prisoners earn a stipend for working a full 40-hour work week. The average payment is about 50 cents per hour. Prison officials say the program has been very successful for inmates who are returning to the outside because Braille transcribing is an in-demand job that can even be done from the home. Well, sports director Dave Zavolinsky joins us now. Perfect baseball night.
And what a night of baseball here in Central Iowa. We got teams ending state tournament droughts and others winning in dramatic fashion. It's all cause to celebrate. We'll show you how it all went down next.